You're watching Q News, and here are the top stories for this hour. US President Donald Trump has expressed optimism about a potential ceasefire in the Gaza war, suggesting it could be achieved within a week. Speaking at an Oval Office event, he mentioned discussions with key individuals involved in the ceasefire efforts between Israel and Hamas. Trump also stated his confidence in resolving tensions with North Korea, highlighting his positive relationship with North Korea's Kim Jong-un. UN Secretary General Antonio Guterres has criticized the US-backed aid operation in Gaza as inherently unsafe, saying it is causing deaths. He condemned the militarization of aid distribution and emphasized that civilians are being killed while seeking food. Guterres called for political courage to achieve a ceasefire, noting that over 400 Palestinians have died while trying to access aid since the blockade was lifted.
Political courage for a ceasefire in Gaza.
Egypt has strongly condemned the repeated attacks by Israeli settlers against innocent Palestinian citizens in several towns and villages in the occupied West Bank, including the recent killing and wounding of Palestinians in Kafr Malik. In a statement, the Egyptian Foreign Ministry stated that these systematic assaults violate international law and undermine efforts for peace and stability. Egypt urges the international community to act against these blatant injustices and supports the Palestinian people's right to establish an independent state. The UN has stressed the importance of the United Nations interim force in Lebanon, continuing its mission due to the incomplete implementation of UN Security Council Resolution 1701 concerning the ceasefire between Israel and Lebanon. The Lebanese government has requested an extension of UNIFIL's mandate until August 31st next year. UN Under-Secretary General Jean-Pierre Lacroix highlighted the vital role of UN peacekeeping in maintaining stability in the region.
We too believe that the role is
Iranian Foreign Minister Abbas Araghchi has declared that Iran does not know the meaning of surrender, stating that history will record that Iranians shed blood and did not relinquish their land. Araghchi emphasized that while buildings may be destroyed, national pride is more valuable, and Iranians remain steadfast, determined, and proud in the face of adversity.
It is an outrageous, grave, and unprecedented violation.
US President Donald Trump has indicated he might consider bombing Iran again if the country enriches uranium to a concerning level. He supported inspections of Iran's nuclear sites that were bombed recently, and at a press conference, Trump expressed his intent to respond to Iran's Supreme Leader Ali Khamenei's remarks about Iran's attack on a US base in Qatar.
Why don't we keep it on this subject? This is such a big subject. You know what?
Russian President Vladimir Putin has announced that Russia and Ukraine will hold a third round of negotiations following a successful detainee exchange. The talks, set to take place in Istanbul, will focus on a draft memorandum for settlement discussions. Ukrainian Defense Minister Rustem Umerov expressed hopes for a meeting between the leaders of both nations to foster substantive dialogue after addressing humanitarian issues. Ukrainian authorities have reported a Russian strike on a building in Odessa, prompting evacuations that included children. Emergency services confirmed 2 fatalities and 14 injuries from the attack. The Odessa mayor stated that rescuers discovered the bodies of a couple killed when a drone struck their apartment. Rwanda and the Democratic Republic of Congo have signed a US-brokered peace agreement, raising hopes to end ongoing violence that has resulted in thousands of deaths and mass displacement this year. The deal, signed in Washington with US Secretary of State Marco Rubio, aims for Rwandan troop withdrawal from eastern Congo within 90 days and seeks to attract significant Western investment in the mineral-rich country. The Congolese foreign minister has emphasized the importance of seizing the opportunity rather than dwelling on past distrust.
Includes provisions on the respect for territorial integrity and the prohibition of hostilities.
And that's our top stories for this hour. Thanks for watching and stay tuned for more updates here on Q News.